Okay, Bismillah, read.
عن الإرباد بن سارية رضي الله تعالى عنه عن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أنه قال: إني عند الله مكتوب خاتم النبيين وإن آدم
وإن
لمنجدل من حينته وسأخبركم بأول أمري دعوة إبراهيم وبشارة عيسى رؤيا أم الذي رأت حين وضعته قد خرج لها نور ضاء لها من كثير الثاني.
Okay, this interesting hadith. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. وعن الإرباد بن سارية عن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Narrating authority of Irbad ibn Sariya, and he in turn narrates from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. إني عند الله مكتوب. I am written, I am recorded by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as Khatamun Nabiyyin, the final prophet. وإن آدم منجدل, whilst Adam alayhi salam was still, you can say, laying في طينته, in his soil. وسأخبركم بأول أمري, let me inform you with the first of matter, my matter. دعوة إبراهيم, I am the manifestation of the dua of Ibrahim alayhi salam. وبشارة Isa, I am the glad tiding of Isa alayhi salam. I am the glad tiding of Isa alayhi salam. Right? I am the glad tiding of Isa salam. وَرُؤْيَا أُمِّي, and I am the ru'ya, you can say the vision, yeah, okay, the vision of my mother, the one ra'at, she saw it, حين وضعتني, when she gave birth to me. وقد خرج لها نور, she saw this, she saw it came out from her a light, أضاءت لها منه, that illuminated لها, uh, from it, she said, it illuminated, وأضاءت لها, for her, from it, قصور الشام, the palaces of Sham, of the Levant, of Syria, etc. Yeah, so this laha means for her, from it, right? So rawahu fi sharh sunnati, he narrates this riwayat in sharh sunnah. وروى Ahmad, Imam Ahmad narrates it also, عن أبي أمامة, from Abi Umama, من قوله, from this part here, سأخبركم إلى آخره. Then let me inform you. So Imam Ahmad only narrates from this part here. He doesn't narrate the whole narration. وسأخبركم, from وسأخبركم بأول أمري دعوة Ibrahim. Imam Ahmad only narrates from that part. You got it. So let's look here at the riwayat. Ra'at, this refers to a dream. See, look there. التي رأت حين وضعتني وقد خرج. So this refers to a dream that has Amina saw. So here it is mentioned that as Amina, a while before she gave birth to Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, she saw in a dream an angel. She saw in a dream an angel, right? And the angel said to her, that the angel was like teaching her, make this dua, that I seek protection in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from every jealous person for this child. Some ulama say, no, this happened while she was awake still. Then this next part here is interesting. التي رثينا وضعتني وقد خرج لها. Some ulama said it as Amina while she was awake. and she was giving birth to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, she saw she was shown a light that emanated from her and illuminated the palace in Sham. And obviously, the interpretation of this dream is quite obvious, and that was that the superpowers that existed in the Levant, as the Roman Empire and the Persian Empire, that will be conquered by the Muslims, right? So the light means that the light that they came out of as the army are referred to, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his teachings, etc., that will light up these places. Read the next riwayat.
عن أبي سعيد رضي الله عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أنا سيد ولد آدم يوم القيامة ولا فخر بيدي لواء الحمد ولا فخر وما من نبي يومئذ آدم ومن سواه إلا تحت الوادي وأنا أول من تنشق عنه الأرض لا فخر
Okay, بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وعن أبي سعيد قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أنا سيد ولد آدم يوم القيامة. I will be the leader of all of the children of Adam alayhi salam on the Qiyamah. ولا فخر. And there's no pride. I'm not proud and arrogant about this. وبيدي لواء الحمد. And in my hands will be the flag of praise. ولا فخر. And there's no pride in it. وما من نبي يومئذ آدم فمن سوى إلا تحت لوائه. And there will be no Nabi, ما من نبي يومئذ on that day, right? With this Adam or فمن سوى anyone besides him إلا تحت لوائه, except he will be beneath my flag. وأنا أول من تنشق عنه الأرض, and I'm the first person who the earth will split open for him. ولا فخر فيه, and there's no pride in that. What does it mean? I'm the first person who the earth will split open for him. Ismail? Remember we said that with the first surah, everybody, the whole world will come to an end, right? And then with the second surah, people will be resurrected from their graves, right? Remember, everybody, tuhsharuna, ufatan, uratan, ghurla, you will be resurrected. So yeah, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is speaking about this second surah when people will be resurrected and then they will be uh, brought to the place of mahshar. So Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is saying that I will have the honor of being the first person that will be coming out of the grave, right? Before everybody else, right? So few things in there. See, look here. First thing he says, Ana Sayyidu Wuldi Adam Yawm al Qiyamah. I will be. So remember, on Qiyamah Day, that will be the true manifestation. In this dunya, people still say that I'm the ruler, I'm the king, I'm the mayor, this is my car, this is my house, this is my wife, this is my child. But on that day, we say the hakiki and the majazi ownership will be established for Allah Ta'ala. That's why Allah Ta'ala will say, Ana liman al-mulku al-yawm, or who is the kingdom today? Lillahi al-wahid al-qahhar, right? So on that day, true kingdom will be established for everybody, right? And then Nabi says, wala fakhra, no pride in that. In other words, it is a favor from Allah Ta'ala, and I'm making tahdith ni'mah. I'm just explaining the favor from Allah Ta'ala. وَبِيَدِي لِيَا الْحَمْدِ, in my hands will be the flag of praise. This will be discussed now, right? وَلَا فَخْرَ فِيهِ وَمَا مِن نَبِيٍّ يَوْمَئِذٍ آدَمَ فَمِن سِوَاهُ. There will be no Nabi on that day. Whether it is Adam alayhi salam or anybody else, everybody, they will be what you call it, right? Will be under my flag. In other words, I will be the head. Like how you have a leader, then you have the subdivisions under that. فَمَنْ إِلَّا تَحْتَ, will be except beneath my flag. And then the last part I explained this year, I will be the first person whom the ground will be split open for him to emerge, right? Okay, read the next riwayat. So the relevance of this hadith is quite obvious with the with the chapter, and that is extolling the virtue of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Right, read next riwayat.
الجميع أشباك رضي الله تعالى عنهم كان سلمت من أصحاب رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم سوداء تنامهم فاستمعوا تذكرون قال بعضهم إن الله اتخذ إبراهيم خليلا قال أكبر موسى كلمه تكليما.
Okay, let me translate that. وعن ابن عباس narrate now authority of Ibn Abbas جاء ناس من أصحاب رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, a group of the companions of Rasulullah sitting, فخرج, the Nabi Sallam came out حتى إذا دنا منهم, until Nabi Sallam came close to them, سمعهم يتذاكرون, he heard them discussing something. Now we say, like, you know, when you go to Jamaat, you make mudhakara, ذاكر يذاكر المذاكرة, discussing. قال بعضهم, some said, إن الله اتخذ إبراهيم خليلا, verily Allah Ta'ala has taken Ibrahim alayhi salam as a khalil, very close friend. So they were discussing the virtues. We're going to discuss now in the sabak what it means khalil, like as a close friend. Carry on. وقال آخر موسى كلمه تكليما, that Musa, the other one said Musa alayhi salam, وقال آخر موسى كلمه تكليما, he spoke to Allah, right? Musa, Allah Ta'ala spoke to him, كلمه تكليما, Allah Ta'ala spoke to him. Carry on.
قال أكبر عيسى كلمة الله.
وقال آخر, the other one said فعيسى كلمة الله وروحه, the other one said that Isa alayhi salam, he is the kalimatullah, the word of Allah Ta'ala, wa ruhuhu, and his spirit. We discussed this before, that it doesn't mean that he's part of Allah Ta'ala or he's the son of Allah Ta'ala, like how the Christians said, right? But rather, what does it mean? It means that, like how you say, idafat tashrifiyah. He just attributed to show honor. He's a special servant of Allah Ta'ala. Carry on.
خرج عليهم رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم فقال قد سمعت كلامكم وعجبت إبراهيم دين الله
Right. وقال آخر آدم استفاه الله. The other one said that Adam alayhi salam, Allah Ta'ala chose him. Allah Ta'ala chose him. He's a special servant of Allah Ta'ala, right? So they were extolling the virtues. They were speaking about the Anbiya. So, like, you know, like it's just say, like you say, it was like an ilmi discussion, like how you share knowledge, like how even, like, you know, you have an imani muzakara, you know, like how in Jamaat you sit, you discuss, you increase, you enrich each and other. So they were speaking about the virtue of the Anbiya alayhi salatu wa taslim. So inshallah, I'm just thinking to myself now, here is a proof for you having, you say, hey, like how they have this new thing, the Iman in Muzakara, you speak about Iman, you speak about everything. So they say, وَقَالَ آخَرُ آدَمْ إِسْتَفَاهُ اللَّهُ. So from this you learn also something very important, that to sit together with your family, to sit with your friends, to speak about the greatness of Allah Ta'ala, to speak about the Anbiya, to rehearse, etc. Right? استفاه الله فخرج عليهم رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Rasulullah came and he heard him, the discussion.
قال قد سمعت كلامكم وعجبت إبراهيم خليلا.
Right? So he said, look, فخرج من رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. He said, look, what you are all saying is, you know, it's correct. He said, right? وقال سمعت كلامكم, I heard what you are saying, right? كلامكم وعجبكم, and your astonishment at the greatness of the various Anbiya alayhi salatu wa taslim, right? Ibrahim, inna Ibrahim Khalilullah, that Ibrahim, he is the friend of Allah. وَكَذَلِكَ, and definitely he's like that, there's no doubt, he's a special friend of Allah Ta'ala. وَمُوسَى نَجِيُّ اللَّهِ, and Musa, Najiullah means the one who Allah Ta'ala spoke to him. Some people also keep this name Najiyah. Have you heard? Najiyah, they keep, not Najib. There's a different word, this Najiullah, right? My one cousin, a daughter named Najiyah, Najiyatun. Right, wa Musa, Najiullahi, the one who spoke to Okazalik, and it is definitely like that. There's no taking anything away from them, right? Wa Isa ruhuhu, and Isa is the soul, wa kalimatuhu, And the kalima again, I remember I told you, don't misunderstand, right? Walker is like that. Wa Adam Mustafahu Allah, and Adam alayhi salam, he is the one Allah Ta'ala chose him. وكذلك, it's not taking, like, we're not taking anything away from anybody. Like, so here's some example to understand this. Like somebody tells you, "Hey, this guy is very, very good in doing this thing here." So you should, okay, I don't want to take anything away. He's good. I accept he's good. But this guy here is better. You understand? So it mustn't be that Nabi Sallallahu is trying to show that I'm not trying to take anything away from anybody, but I want to set the record straight that Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is what? He's the leader of mankind, right? So without saying وَكَذَلِكَ, he's like that, not to take anything away from anybody, وَكَذَلِكَ, right? وَكَذَلِكَ. Uh, وَأَنَا مِصْطَفَى وَكَذَلِكَ Allah, but no, Allah, listen, وَأَنَا حَبِيبُ اللَّهِ, I am the beloved of Allah Ta'ala, وَلَا فَخْرَ, there is no doubt, وَأَنَا حَامِلُ لِوَاءِ الْحَمْدِ, I will be the person carrying the flag of praise on the day of Qiyamah, right? تحته آدم, and under this flag or behind this flag, beneath this flag or included in this flag will be Adam, Faman Duna, who is ever besides, so who's ever besides him. In other words, everybody else, everybody, each the ummati of the different prophets, each one he will be behind his prophet, but that prophet will also be behind me. So I will also be the leader of all of them, right? Wala faqra. Wa ana awwalu shafi'in. I am the first shafi' intercessor. Wa awwalu mushaffa'in. This is ismul maf'ul, eh? So I will be the first one whose intercession will be accepted. يوم القيامة, in the qiyamah. ولا فخر. There is no doubt in this. وأنا أول ما يحرق حلق الجنة. I know if you've seen, sometimes you've seen, maybe you had these old doors, or maybe you've seen a fort, in Cape Town, there by a Point Road, yeah, Point Road, there by the, just close to the ocean there, the Golden Acres, they got it fort there. You went to see that fort. On the doors, they have a big, like a round thing like this, like a metal or steel circle. Now, normally when you knock on the door, you knock that thing there, right? If you go to the Turkey, they say they should have two things like this, a big one, a small one. So the one is for the ladies. So when a certain sound comes, a man has to go to the door. When a different sound comes, a lady has to go to the door. So this is like a thing that you knock on the door to. Like nowadays, you get bells, or even nowadays you don't get bells. Now you want to call your phone with a cell phone, whatever. But anyway, so this is like when you want to get a door opened, you want to draw attention. So وانا حامل دعوى الحمد يوم القيامه تحته فمن ولا فخر رأوس وانا شو وانا ولا من حلق الجنه، right? فيفتح فتح يفتح فيفتح الله لي. Allah Ta'ala will open for me. فيدخلنيها, and then Allah Ta'ala will enter me into it. وَمَعِي فُقَرَاءُ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ, and with me will be the poor of the believers, subhanallah. وَلَا فَخْرَ, and there's no pride in. وَأَنَا أَكْرَمُ الْأَوَّلِينَ وَالْآخَرِينَ على الله ولا فخر في رواه الترمذي. And I will be the most honored of the first and the most honored of the last by Allah Ta'ala, and there is no pride in this. So what Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is saying in this here, in this particular text, so in this ibarat, he's saying in this text here, he's saying that you don't misunderstand and think that only Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is the most honored of this ummah. That you think, okay, he's a Nabi of this ummah, so from this ummah, he's the most virtuous person, but maybe the previous ummah, that he's, maybe the ummah of Ibrahim alayhi salam, the ummah of Noah alayhi salam, the ummah of Musa alayhi salam, that's a separate ummah. He said, no, 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 no. وَأَنَا أَكْرَمُ الْأَوَّلِينَ وَالْآخَرِينَ. I am the most honored from the beginning of people, of the first people, أولين, the first people, والسابقون الأولون من المهاجرين, same word, from the first people and the last of Qiyamah, I will be the most honored person. أنا حبيب الله. Yeah, now, just before we carry on, you were, no, you were not here. Now, yeah, you were last year. Remember we done in this year, Aqidah to Sama, the Shara of Aqidat al-Tahawiyah, with regards to uh, 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 um, there, and that word Khalilullah comes also Mufti Raza al-Haq in the Shara, which is now translated into Arabic also, Al-Asil al-Samawiyah. He gives lots of tahqiq, the difference between Khalil and the difference between Habib. Remember, lots of tahqiq. Very interesting for those that are interested to see that. It's in Arabic and it's in Urdu. But anyway, here also I see the Sharih, he gives very, very briefly, so we can benefit from it, inshallah. But if you want a real full research on the difference between Khalil and Habib, etc., you look at Al-Asidu Samawiyah. So, I told you Habib is a Jami' word. Jami' means it is small in size but voluminous in meaning. Right? So even though it's one word, but when you say this is the Habib of somebody, it has huge meaning. It has more meaning than any other sifat. Because Habib means Mahbub. Because if somebody is a beloved, like he's your beloved, then he's your Khalil also. Because Khalil means friend. If somebody is your beloved, he's your Mukallam. You speak to him, obviously. And if somebody is Habib, then he's honored by you. So you see all the other sifat of all the Anbiya is found in Habib. You saw that. The sifat of Kalim, the sifat of Mukallam, the sifat of Khalil, the sifat of, remember, what I told you, remember this, Kalimatullahi wa ruhihi, or Kalimatullah wa ruhuhu, means not that he's part of Allah Ta'ala, or he's the Ruh of Allah Ta'ala, doesn't mean that. What it means, that he's the honored, because like I would say, Baytullah, like the Kaaba is the house of Allah Ta'ala, Asma'ullah, etc., etc. So when somebody is beloved to you, that person is honored to you, you speak to that person is close to you, is your friend. So you see all the sifat of all the Anbiya is found in Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, which means Habibullah, which comes in the Fa'il, like I say, Fahimun, a person of deep understanding. So you say it comes in a person with great that is most beloved, right? So I was telling you there's a lot of tahqiq in Mufti Razal's kitab, but here the author brought some tahqiq. And another interesting point he brought is this here, that the difference between Habib and Khalil is this. Khalil is the talib. You're looking for a friend. You go look for a friend. I want Ismail to be my friend. So I go in pursuit of Ismail. I try to befriend him, right? So that is also the meaning of Khalil. So that means Ibrahim was the Khalil of Allah Ta'ala, that Ibrahim went out of his way to become the friend of Allah Ta'ala. Are you with me? So he was the Salik, or the Murid, like the one who went in search of Allah Ta'ala. Or Habib, and Habib, Mahbub, that means Allah Ta'ala wanted to be his friend. Allah Ta'ala pursued him. You understand what I'm saying? So Khalil is the one who has to make effort to secure the friendship of Allah Ta'ala. Um, Mahbub is the one who Allah Ta'ala had already taken him as a friend. So that is the difference. So like how, one is you want somebody to be your friend, and one is that person who's already taken you as a friend. That's the difference, you understood? Then Khalil is that person, another difference, who is hopeful. Khalil is that person who is hopeful of the maghfirat of Allah Ta'ala. And Mahbub is that person who is already secured the forgiveness of Allah Ta'ala. And he says, وَهَذَا وَاضِحٌ فِي الْقُرْآنِ. And this is clear from the Quran. How you understand from the Quran? وَالَّذِي أَطْمَعُ أَن يَغْفِرَ لِي خَطِيئَتِي يَوْمَ الدِّينِ. Allah Ta'ala speak, when he speak about Ibrahim, when Allah Ta'ala quotes verbatim Ibrahim, Ibrahim says, Walladhi, the one, أطمع, I hope, أيغفر لي, that he forgives me, خطيئتي, my mistakes, يوم الدين, on the day of Qiyamah. That's what regards to Khalilullah Ibrahim. But with regards to uh, Nabi Sallallahu ليغفر لك الله ما تقدم من ذنبك وما تأخر, that so that he may forgive you what you sin forward and what you done in the past and what you will do in the future. ليغفر لك الله ما تقدم, what you will do in the future, وما تأخر, what you done in the past. So yeah, with Khalil there is hope of being forgiven, and with regards to Nabi Sallallahu, there's already promise of forgiveness, right? You saw that. Read the next one.
عن عمرو بن قيس رضي الله تعالى عنه أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال: نحن الآخرون ونحن السابقون يوم القيامة، وإني قائل قولا غير فصل، إبراهيم خليل الله وموسى نبي الله وأنا حبيب الله ومعي لواء الحمد يوم القيامة، وإن الله وعدني في أمتي وأجارهم ثلاث لا يعمهم بسند ولا يستأصلهم عدوا ولا يجمعهم على ضلالة.
Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. وعن عمرو بن قيس أن رسول الله قال نحن الآخرون. Narrate in the authority of Amr ibn Qais, he said that the Rasul said, نحن الآخرون. We are the last people with regards to chronological order. We are the last ummah that will come. ونحن السابقون يوم القيامة. But we will be the first people on the day of Qiyamah, right? وإني قائل قولا, I'm saying a statement, right? غير فخر, without any pride. In other words, I'm not saying, what is pride? Pride is, Nabi Sallallahu said once in a hadith, it was said, Nabi Sahabi said, الرجل يحب أن يكون ثوبه ونعله حسن. Ya Rasulullah, a person loves his clothes, his shoes must be good. His pride said, no. Al-kibru batru al-haqqi wa ghamtu nas. Right? Pride is where you want to conceal the truth and you want to look down upon people. Here Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is saying, wala fakhra. There's no pride in this. I'm not considering myself better than anybody or trying to lower anybody's status. All I'm doing is I'm setting the record straight, right? What he's saying. وإني قائل قولا غير فخر إبراهيم خليل الله. Ibrahim is the Khalilullah, the friend of Allah Ta'ala. وموسى صفيullah, and Musa was the chosen one of Allah Ta'ala. وأنا حبيبullah, and I'm the beloved of Allah Ta'ala. ومعي لواء الحمد, and with me will be the flag of praise on the day of Qiyamah. وإن الله وعدني في أمتي. Allah Ta'ala has promised me, made some promises to me with regards to my ummah, that Allah Ta'ala will forgive my ummah, etc. We done about this, right? وأجارهم من ثلاث, and he has promised me that he will save them from three things. لا يأمهم بسنة, that he will not engulf them all with a drought that will destroy them completely. ولا يستأصلهم عدو, and neither will the enemy totally uproot them. ولا يجمعهم على ضلالة, and neither will he gather them upon misguidance. رواه الدارمي. Imam Darami narrates this particular riwayat here. So we discussed most of the things here. This is the one thing. ولا يجمعهم على ضلالة. I tell you, this is also proof for إجماع الأمة. When the people of the ummah that matters, those that are the ulama of our tabiyat salima, when they make a decision that a certain thing should be a certain way, etc., etc., then that is how it will be. Nobody can challenge that, right? That becomes a hujjat in Sharia. I told you, نحن الآخرون, we are the last people to appear on the earth. We're the last ummah, right? But on Qiyamah Day, we will be on the forefront of things. This wa'adani, Rabbi wa'adani fi ummati, that my Rabb has promised me many, many things. right? From amongst them is these three things which we discussed before. We will not die because of a general drought that will afflict everybody. No enemy will totally annihilate us. Yes, there will, certain portions like when the Muslims were destroyed in Baghdad or when they were attacked, other places of the world, they survived. The Muslims were still in Spain, they were in other places. Everybody won't gather upon misguidance. Can read the next riwayat.
عن جابر رضي الله عنه أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال أنا قائل من كفر ولا كفر وأنا خاتم المؤمنين ولا كفر وأنا أول شاك من كفر ولا كفر.
Okay, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. وعن جابر أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال أنا قائد المرسلين. I am the leader of all the messengers. ولا فخر, and there's no pride in that. وأنا خاتم النبيين. I am the last of the seed of the prophets. ولا فخر, there's no pride in that. وأنا أول شافع, I'm the first person that will intercede, right? ومشفع, and I'm the first one whose intercession will be accepted. ولا فخر, there's no pride. رواه الدارمي, Imam Darami narrates this particular riwayat. So I think we covered all of this here. قائد المرسلين, the Nabi will be the leader of all the Anbiya alayhi salatu wa taslim. He's the last prophet, the final prophet. Anybody try to bamboozle you with funny terminology like how does Qadianis, they say no, he's a Buruzi prophet. Buruzi means he's a shadow of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. They try to, because the texts are so copious and are so abundant that no prophet will come, they try to give funny spins. They say he's a Zilli prophet. They say he's a Buruzi prophet. They say uh, they say that he's a manifestation of Isa alayhi salam. He's the Mahdi. All that nonsense. We just say Nabi Isa was emphatic and it's clear. Ana wa khatamun nabiyyin. I'm the last prophet. If anybody comes and claims prophethood, whether it's a Zilli prophet, whether it's a Buruzi prophet, we just dismiss all of that, right? Let's carry on.
عن أنس رضي الله عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أن أول الناس خروجا إذا بعثوا وأنا خيرهم إذا وفدوا وأنا وثيبهم إذا أنشدوا أنا متشفعهم إذا حبسوا أنا مبشرهم إذا أيسوا الكرامة والمفاتيح يومئذ بيدي لواء الحمد يومئذ بيدي أنا أكرم ولد آدم على ربي يطوف عليها ألف قادم كأنهم بيض مكنون.
Okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. وعن أنس narrating the authority of أنس رضي الله تعالى عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أنا أول الناس خروجا إذا بعثوا. I'm the first person who will appear إذا بعثوا, when they are resurrected. In other words, when the people come out of the qabr. وأنا قائدهم, and I will be قادة يقود, the leader, the one in charge, the driver, right? إذا وفدوا, when they wafd means normally like make a delegation when they come into the presence, right, of Allah Ta'ala. وَأَنَا خَطِيبٌ إِذَا أَنصَتُوا, and I will be the speaker. I will be the only one who have the guts, the courage to speak. وَأَنَا مُسْتَشْفِعُهُمْ إِذَا حُبِسُوا, and I will be the one that will intercede إِذَا حُبِسُوا, when they're all held back. Remember Qiyamah Day when they will be waiting for intercession to start. وَأَنَا مُبَشِّرُهُمْ إِذَا يَئِسُوا, and I will be the glad tidal when they all give up hope, right? Right? الكرامة والمفاتيح يومئذ بيدي. Honor and the keys on that day will be in my hands. وَلِمَاءُ الْحَمْدِ يَوْمَئِذٍ بِيَدِي, and the flag of praise will be in my hands. وَأَنْ أَكْرَمُ وُلْدِ آدَمَ عَلَى رَبِّي, and I will be the most honored, the most revered, the most respected of the children of Adam. Right? وَأَنْ أَكْرَمُ وُلْدِ آدَمَ عَلى رَبِّي, by my Rabb. Right? وأنا أكرم ولد آدم على ربي يطوف على ألف خادم. 1,000 servants will be at my back and forth كأنهم بيض مكنون, as though they are concealed. What you say, بيض? Huh? Eggs, right? أو لؤلؤ منثورة and scattered pearls. روى الترمذي إمام الترمذي narrated والدارمي إمام دارمي وقال الترمذي إمام الترمذي هذا حديث غريب حديث. Okay, most of the things in that hadith we discussed, just one, two different words that we never come across. أنا خطيبهم. خطيب refer to الشفاعة الكبرى. I'm the one who will make شفاعة الكبرى. And that is, remember the hadith say, I will praise Allah Ta'ala abundantly. Everybody will be too afraid to speak on that day. Even the Anbiya alayhimus salat wa taslim will be afraid to speak on that day. On that day, Nabi Sallallahu will speak. He will make sana, tahmeed. Yeah, so everything else, yeah, okay, everything else, إذا حبس وأنا مبشر. I told you that. والمفاتيح يومئذ بيدي ولواء الحمد يومئذ. That's waliwa al-hamd means also that I will praise Allah Ta'ala on that day. Remember this, we done this in Ba'ab al-Hashr, that Nabi Sallallahu said, I will praise bi Mahamid, what is Mahamid, with such words of praise that I don't even know that words of praise now. I don't know that word, but Allah Ta'ala will inspire me. So the flag of praise will be with me. And through the barakah of the praising of Allah Ta'ala, then what you call it, the intercession will start, right? I think that covers everything. Anything not clear there, Sidi? I told you, وَأَنَا قَائِلُهُمْ إِذَا وَفَدُوا. I will be the leader. إِذَا وَفَدُوا, like when they send a delegation to Allah Ta'ala, that he must start the intercession. وَأَنَا خَطِيبٌ إِذَا أَنْصَتُوا. I will be there. Khatib, the the spokesperson, etc. Okay, I think that covers everything. So we'll stop there now. We'll start with the tafsir, inshallah.